Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for watching. Today, we got good shit going on. To be honest, I don't even really know what happened. I just saw in the group my man was having success, and I wanted to hop on a call. So Dustin joined camp, and he's been a part of our. Actually, let me allow him to tell you who he is. So, Dustin, do you want to let everybody know kind of who you are, what's your background, and how you're familiar with Billy Genius Marketing Inc.?
Sure. My background is mainly in search engine optimization. I've also done a lot of email marketing with affiliate websites. I mainly do client SEO though, and I had been doing some Facebook, and I need to learn more. So I just saw your ads following me everywhere on Facebook.
Got him.
So I dropped a G-ball, joined the 6-week program, and at the end of the 6th week, you had mentioned about camp, and I was already killing it with some of the stuff you taught in the 6-week program.
Let's get into that because I need these people to know this is not a game. Dustin, when you were taking clicks into customers, tell us about some miniature victories that you had or didn't have while you were inside of there.
Well, before I took clicks into customers, I was so enamored with making the right headline. I thought that was it, and you kind of confirm my suspicion that really the first thing they see when they're scrolling through is that first line in the text.
Yeah.
And you don't have to get all creative with that text. Just call the person out. Hey, Yogi, call that person out, tell them what you're selling, tell them how to contact you. And that really changed my line of thinking. Just simplify the text, call out who you're I was just trying to target everyone, and really now I've learned to write an ad and let the copy target the person.
Yeah, do the filter for you.
Yeah. So I implemented that into the stuff I was already doing for lawyers, and I just ignored targeting and just target the whole city. But hey, are you looking for a divorce? And I was able to sell divorce online for my divorce lawyer.
My guy, there he is, already getting results. I love it. And I love how you didn't wait for the course to be over. You learned something within week 1, week 2, and you said, I'm going to try this right now, and immediately starts getting results, which then gives him confidence to keep going and trying more shit. So well done on that to you.
Okay, so I took that kind of as a case study, and I was in talks with this plastic surgeon, and I was like, man, what am I going to charge this guy? I know what I can do. So I just said, 11 grand a month is what I'll charge him. And I told him, look, I can sell divorce online. I can surely sell rhinoplasty and health and medical spa.
Hold on, everybody, I want everybody to notice this. He wasn't dealing with plastic surgeons. He was doing divorce, but he said, look, you really get it, that it doesn't fucking matter what you're selling or service. Facebook works for everyone because it's really just a platform that allows you to put a message in front of anybody you'd like to. And you totally picked up that concept and said, fuck it. And then he goes over to a plastic surgeon, drops an 11 grand bomb on him. What? Tell us about that. Let the audience, they need to know, Dustin, because obviously you're seasoned. I can't take credit for this man's success because anyone who's asking for the 11 grand has got some cojones. So tell us about that, how you even came to muster up such a price.
Okay, well, dealing with SEO, I kind of say, if I bring this guy 10 clients a month, he's going to make 7 grand per rhinoplasty procedure or liposuction. So he can certainly afford to pay me 11 grand a month.
Exactly.
If he's making 35. And I hadn't really decided what I was like. I'm not charging him to run a Facebook campaign. I was selling SEO, and then on top, I threw in this Facebook, but he didn't get interested until I started telling him, look, I can take your email list, export it to Facebook, make a lookalike list of people that are in your exact avatar, and put that ad right in front of him. And that flipped his mind, Then he was like, okay, let's do it, 11 grand.
Hold on. Now, this is another one. That's a big takeaway too, Dustin, because you're doing a lot of things here, and I don't think you realize it because a lot of people are challenged in those areas. But look, most of the customers you guys talk to right now, everybody in the world right now is under the belief that Facebook cannot and does not work for their business. Even a client he was currently working with, he suggested it. And it sounds like they pretty much laughed at you and said, I'm not interested in Facebook. But he explained the features and how that could benefit him. And he created well, maybe we should give that a try. Now, what happened after that?
Actually, they were paying Reach Local $9,000 a month. I don't know if you know who Reach Local is.
I know Reach Local, yeah.
And what I told him, I said, look, Reach Local has like 40,000 clients. What that means is someone sitting in a cubicle making $13 an hour is in charge of your marketing. I'm going to be in charge of your marketing. So when I was able to tell them, because they're like, are you going to put Pinterest up for us? Or are you going to do Facebook posts? And I'm like, I'm going to send you customers.
Thank you. Yes.
That's what they're worried about.
Acquisition is what it's all about. Fuck your posting. Fuck your cats and dogs. Fuck that other shit. Bring me money. And that's what my man's talking about here.
Okay, so that's kind of, I took one of their Reach Local Facebook posts and I showed them, it was a bit.ly link that pointed to a Cosmopolitan article. So I said, you're paying Reach Local to send traffic to Cosmopolitan, and then they're using this bit.ly link to charge Cosmo for the traffic. So they're making money on both ends. I said, I'm going to make your phone ring. That's all I'm going to do.
Yes.
And that's what these people don't understand. They think we need to be on Facebook, we need to be on Instagram. And I said, what you need is your phone to ring. And that's kind of how I sold him.
Man, Dustin, let me tell you, and this is a lesson for everybody. Everyone, and Megan, if you put the camera on me for a second. If you walked into any kind of business, and if you said, look, I'm going to play the harmonica outside of your store every day, and it's going to bring you customers, even though it has nothing to do with being on Facebook, being on Twitter, pinning shit on Pinterest, writing blog posts, if it's bringing them money, that is all the client cares about. So stop lying to yourself about you feel like you're bringing value to a customer when really you're not just wasting their time and money, you're also wasting your own. Go ahead, Dustin.
Okay, so I joined at the end of your 6 weeks. You said, look, we'll give you the exact campaigns. We have, I think you said you had a gym, and then you said we have plastic surgeons. And I was like, I'm going to spend the money right now, $5,000, and I get an exact plastic surgeon campaign that's already working. It'll pay for itself this month, basically. Yep. So, and also, now that I know this whole case study, I'm going to take this first case study and take it to every plastic surgeon in the country and say, look what I can do, man. 11 grand.
We'll get there before my guy just explodes right here. Let's talk about this. So he has a plastic surgeon. He says, okay, you know what? Billy J makes his offer for camp. He's speaking to me. I would love to not have to try and figure this shit out by myself and just go with the agency that's already been there, done it, tested, and proven. So tell me about when you went through that call and what you applied, and make it make sense for everybody watching outside how this came about, kind of.
Okay, well, this is it wasn't exactly a phone call. I had an introduction from a friend. They're like, I know a guy that knows online marketing. Would you talk to him? And so from there, I got to talk to him on the phone. I have what's called a form that I have people fill out so I can get a feel for what they want to do. And he filled out my form, and he wanted social media. He wanted all the crap that don't matter, social media. And when I talked to him, I said, what if I could just send you customers? Mm-hmm. And he was like, okay, let's come in and talk. So from there, I had to wow them. When you start talking about being able to target people on Facebook, that blows their mind more than SEO or anything else.
Man, I want to preach there for a second. You guys have heard, if you've taken our classes before, if you've watched 5 Minutes with Billy Jean, if you watched 30 Skills, if you've done anything and just been around, you've heard me say a million times, sometimes just showing business owners what the capabilities of Facebook are is enough to sell them. You don't even have to talk about what you do or anything. The fact that you can target better than the direct mailer or the radio ad that they've been using for the last decade, and now it's run dry and they need something new, it's a Hail Mary for them. And that's exactly what my man here, Dustin, recognized, brought it to their attention, and it sounds like it's working so far. So continue on.
Okay, so then I asked him, do you have an email list already? And he's like, yeah, we have a 6,000 person email list. And I said, well, let me see what Reach Local's doing for you. And they're just sending images of, that's just an image. And I always tell people answer their email like this on their cell phone. And if you have an image, it's not going to load fast. So you just want to write text, like you're just emailing your friend. And they didn't believe me. And so I'm like, well, let me just, I told them, give me a $2,000 earnest money check, because they wanted me to start so they could fire Reach Local, but they didn't want to pay me until I proved what I could do.
Yeah.
So they gave me a $2,000 earnest money check 3 days ago. And as I had joined your program, I also got enlisted in another program. I don't know what it's called, but on that program, you showed how to do email marketing. Like that was
another one of our programs.
Yeah, it's your program.
Oh, the Gene Pool. Okay, so my guy comes into camp, and he also comes into Gene Pool, which at the time you came in, you got the 2-for-1.
Yeah. So last night or the night before, the first Gene Pool that I got to see was about email marketing. So I kind of watched a little bit of that, and I was like, man, I kind of know some of this stuff from the email marketing I do. Let me write a Botox email. So when I was in their office, I noticed a sign that said $9 Botox. So I wrote like I was the doctor talking to his email list. And right now, Reach Local was getting them 15% open rates. And I'm like, I can beat that with just a text email. So I wrote a text email pretending I was a doctor, utilized the subject line like you said in the video last night. And man, they got 29% open rate, which nearly doubled their Reach Local open rate.
And let me show everybody what that means. Example, if someone has an email list of 100 people and they have a 15% open rate, that only means that 15 people are going to open it. And he just doubled that shit, meaning doubling the chances to make sales, essentially doubling sales in any kind of persuasive email that you're writing. So well done.
Yep. So I hit send at about 11:45, and I wrote a call fire tracking number so I could track the calls and listen to them later, because I don't think their front desk was going to be prepared. And sure enough, half of those calls got dropped, and then every other call was like, hold please, hold please, hold please. But it blew up. They got like 40 calls.
Wow.
I can hear every call they're making $2,000, $700, $8,000, not $8,000, but like $800. They were between $700 and $2,000 every phone call today.
Wow.
I'm telling them, I've kind of morphed into online marketing to business consultant, because now I'm telling them, look, when they come in, you need to upsell them. You need to have a survey there for them. What else would you like to know? He owns a med spa and a plastic surgery center. So that was a med spa email, but he wants to upsell. We have a campaign
inside of camp that goes over med spa too. Actually, in this last call, someone's running, so boom.
Okay, well, that's what I want to say too. In your camp, you said you showed 3 different campaigns for plastic surgery, and the one that worked was Vanquish. Well, they have a service very similar to Vanquish, which is Cool Sculpting. So Cool Sculpting was the email I sent yesterday. And just knowing that it sold for you, I knew it was going to work on this email, and they sold 7 Cool Sculptings in one day, and those are $2,000 a piece.
Man, I got to tell everybody, Dustin, this is what is so great about you right now. Is first of all, I want to commend you, because if anybody's picked up on this call right now, Dustin has skills. He can do things other people can't. He knows how to do SEO. He knows how to write persuasive emails. He knows how to now use Facebook ads in that regards, but he's always learning, right? He came in this course and he was already doing his thing, but he wanted to learn more. I can't say it enough. The more you learn, the more you earn, and this is case in point. And then he's doing the other smart thing that I wish I did when I was getting started earlier, is he's modeling what's already working. Stop being arrogant, trying to figure it out yourself to save a couple bucks, because realistically, you're costing yourself a lot of money. So he said, fuck it. I'm just going to go with the game plan, what works, leverage that, jumps in the Gene Pool, learns something in there, takes his already existing skill set, puts it in an email. And damn, how much money did this plastic surgeon place make?
The last 2 days, at least $40,000 with 2 emails,
And so
I can charge them $11,000.
Yep, and so this is the beauty of this, and really fast. So you collected $2,000, and when does the rest of the 11 come in so the audience knows?
He's got a 14-day earnest money period, and I'm already talking to another plastic surgeon in the city, and I can take all these phone calls and say, look, this is what I can do. So I'm almost hoping he does.
Break down the earnest money. What does that mean for everybody and myself and everybody? When you're saying earnest money, what does that mean?
Okay, when you go buy a house, you put down $1,000 and you say, we're going to sign a contract within 30 days or you keep the $1,000.
Gotcha.
Well, this guy didn't want to spend $11,000. He wanted time to review the contract because I had to write a contract for him.
Right.
So I said, okay, you have 14 days to review the contract. We'll call it earnest money. You don't sign in 14 days. I keep the $2,000 and I'm going to another plastic. Well, now I can go to another plastic surgeon because I already got a case study.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Everybody at home and everybody on this call, what do you think the chances of them sticking with you are.
I broke their phone system today. He's not going anywhere.
So I mean, man, I can't commend you enough. The man comes in, he invests into himself. And within, I mean, shit, I think you were just in the program. How long have you even been working with us?
This is the end of month 6. The end of week 6 was last week.
Yeah.
So this is like week 7 with you guys.
Yeah. So, I mean, so what he's in week 7, the man pops off an $11,000 deal, which already doubles his investment. But this is the insane part. This is the wild part is he's done this for one plastic surgeon. And as you were already saying, your head's in the right place. When he goes to the next plastic surgeon on the door and says, hey, just wanted to let you know your neighbor over there, I just brought them $40,000 yesterday. I don't know if you're interested in this, but if you are, I can do the same for you. Just give me $2,000 of earnest money and then I'll bill you the rest later. Well, something tells me that I'm going to hop back on a call with you in another 2-3 months, maybe sooner. And my guy might be at $100,000 a month. Plastic surgeon industry alone, not talking about attorneys and all the rest of the shit the man can do, but just focusing on this little niche and well on his way to millions. Am I missing something? I don't think so. I don't think so.
If you were on my Snapchat, you would have heard that exact thing.
What'd you say on Snap? I gotta check your shit now. What'd you say?
I said, if you were on my Snapchat, you would have heard me say, I'm done with lawyers. I'm heading to plastic surgeons now.
There he is. And that's what it is. I mean, you smell blood. You smell that victory. It gave you confidence in your abilities. Like, let's actually jump into that because I think this is important for everybody to know is how did that make you feel about your own worth?
Man, I tell you what, yesterday was a bad day for me because they were thinking they didn't want to sign. And then I was kind of depressed. By 12:30, I was high again. Like I was like, man, I can do anything. Right? I'm dangerous at this point.
Exactly.
And, it sucks to get that way as an entrepreneur because it's so up and down. But you got to celebrate your victories, I think.
Man, and then how long have you been in the SEO game?
About 2 years. I've been making money at it. Yeah.
So, and I want to point that out to everybody is like everyone's hearing like an overnight success, right? But I mean, the guy has been in the trenches. Building and building and building, right? And then now he's able to leverage everything together, model a proven plan and just execute. And again, how do you get in front of them with a friend of a referral? You know what I mean? Using your network and you had the confidence from the week 2 of class, just being able to say, oh my God, I can do this for lawyers. He proved it to himself, got excited, went to another industry, took a shot at something, made money, and now watch what my man Dustin does in the next few months. Ugh.
Yeah, I feel that way.
Good job, man. I'm proud of you. Well, I can kind of tell you, but I'd rather ask you, coming up, right? So you have this victory. What do you think your next step should be? Because I'm going to tell you.
My next step is basically create a Facebook campaign to go to other plastic surgeons. And then also just start making videos. I just ordered off of Amazon the videos, the green screen, the lighting, and just start emailing videos to other plastic surgeons.
So best thing you can do right now, and I can't stress this enough, this is the most important thing you can do in regards to your financial success right now. If you need to get the doctor on the phone and the lady who is answering the phone, see if you can get them in a Google Hangout like this, the same way we're connecting right now.
Okay.
And talk to them about what they're experiencing. Because guess what? Tomorrow, they're a little bit colder. Day after that, a little bit colder. Catch them in the heat of their excitement, Dustin, and ask them what happened today. And when you just made someone $40,000, you can walk in there, pounding your chest, and they're going to beat it right back, right? And you want to capture that momentum, that excitement. And then you want to say, look, within the first 2 weeks of working with me, Mr. Next Plastic Surgeon, look at the results that we got. Have them on camera doing it. And that way the other plastic surgeon can Google their business. They can check them out, see that they're real, and say, look, I'm going to bring you in right now. And then for the next, I would say 30 days, 30, maybe longer, 30 days, do not, or I will find you. I will come to your house, Dustin.
Okay.
Don't do anything besides work with plastic surgeons. Now, let me be super clear on that. You're going to get hit up by other industries like your attorneys, etc. And it's going to be easy money. They're going to throw it to you. You need to exercise discipline and know that what you're focused on right now is way bigger than that. So let me do math for you. Let's do it easier. Let's say each plastic surgeon is paying you 10 grand to make $100,000 a month. In the way that you're executing the plan, you know you could probably manage it all by yourself, right? With 10 clients. 10 clients is all you need. You're at one right now with a very hot case study. There's nothing more in the world to your financial success right now, bit my tongue, that you should be doing than hitting up other plastic surgeons and make sure they're similar to that one, right? Look at their services, see if they have the same ones so you can leverage some of the same strategies, right? Try and find the most identical to that one as you can, and then roll it out again. And then once you get results from them, you document it again and you go on to the next one. And now all of a sudden you got 5 videos. And then you say, look, the last 5 plastic surgeons I worked with, they all made 40K. Look, I should charge you $25,000 right now for how much money you stand to make, but I'm going to be nice to you. And I'm going to give you the opportunity to get down right now this second for just 10 grand a month, period. And this is recurring revenue, people. We're not talking about a one-time thing. My guy Dustin is staring in the eyes of a 7-figure business by himself, solopreneur, doesn't even need anybody. But I do recommend that you hire an account manager to help you manage the performance of the campaigns. That's your first hire. That's your first hire. And when you hire them, understand that just like you've come through the process, anyone you hire, because what we do is so unique and so really at the top of the industry in emerging industries, you're not really going to find somebody who already knows how to do this stuff, right? Even if they understand Facebook, they don't know how to do it. So understand whoever you hire first, you're going to have to train and invest into them. At the same time, what I do, and I learned the hard way, when anybody comes into my company, look, you need to, for 2 months, you're going to be on a trial period where your pay is not the same of once you go past that trial period. Because essentially in the beginning, all you're going to be doing is training them. Yeah. So you're paying somebody to train them. You know, so they got to earn that and show that it's worth sticking around for them, because look at how much money you're making and how much they stand to make as a result to learn from you, right? So that's going to be your first hire right there, is someone, and here's what you need to do, is as you run these campaigns, because let me kind of help you see the future here, is as you have them for months and months, you're going to need different campaigns. So you want to save these emails, for example, save the advertising campaigns that you do, so you have these weapons for plastic surgeons, where every time they need customers, you got something dialed in, you document the process. And when I say document, if this new person comes in and they open up a binder and they just read from front to back, they will know what to do. That's the process you need to have. And you'll only have that if you stay focused on this niche. Okay, I feel you, man, because I got 3 phone calls today for fitness niche, hypnotherapist. Nope. And you're right. I don't need to waste time with those people. Nope. $10,000 or 11,000. Excuse me. No, don't even. No, you don't have time. Your vision is too strong right now. You stick right there in your lane, player. I got you. I appreciate that. I forbid you from going anywhere else. You know. And also too, to set expectations, right? As you go through campaigns and you're building them out, location matters. So it's going to impact your stats dramatically. So just because you go into a new area and you don't have the same rocket ball, results right away, that's okay, right? You test different things, you figure them out, etc. But you've seen when you have one that hits, they make so much more than what they're paying you. It's okay to not have rocket, don't put that pressure on yourself that it has to be 40 grand in day one. That's you did good and you'll probably do it again, but don't expect that, right? And don't set those expectations for the client, but do set the expectations of, yes, I'm definitely going to make you a lot more money than you pay me. You see what I'm saying? I guess here's a freebie. In week 6, you have us go get a case study. Yep. You suggested yoga. Well, I used my CrossFit class. But now I don't want to do that case study. You have anybody that needs a case study? Probably. Hey, let me tell you, we'll send out this email tomorrow morning, and you might get some direct messages tomorrow. Okay, yeah. So got you. But yeah, man, you're Dustin, the plastic surgeon guy, as far as I'm concerned, for the remainder of 2016. You want to talk about money, process, scaling? That is the best single advice I can give you. Do nothing else besides mastering bringing plastic surgeons customers. Okay. The end. So for anyone on the fence about taking camp or clicking the customers or gene pool, and you get all three when you join camp, what would you tell them, Dustin?
A lot of people want to do stuff for free. Like, I can read a blog and learn Facebook or SEO. And I say, I spent so much money on shit that doesn't work. And I tried all the free shit that doesn't work. Spend the money and join this program. And in 6 weeks, you're a business owner, you know, and then maybe in 12 weeks, you're thinking about quitting your day job. And who knows after that, but spend the money. I bought camp on credit card. That's a $5,000 charge on my credit card, because when I saw that 6 weeks, this shit works. When you find someone that works on the internet, it's rare. You know, you're gonna spend a lot of money to find someone that works. And so when you already worked for me and now you're offering camp, I didn't have a problem putting it on credit. So I say spend the money, invest in yourself. It's gonna make a shorter time before you get to profitability.
Hey, Dustin, that was his words right there. You guys see, I mean, we did not talk before the interview. I'll tell you how this exactly happened, because you guys know I like to keep it real. I saw a post and I didn't even read it all. I just saw like at a glance that somebody got calls. I literally picked up my phone, called Megan, because I was in between coaching calls. I said, Megan, someone just posted about calls. I think it was Dustin. I said, get him on the phone right now in a Google Hangout. Let's explore and see what happened. So I could have got on this call and maybe some really bad shit happened, and then I would have helped you. It didn't matter, right? I didn't really know. But you guys saw, like, we talked for maybe about 12 seconds before we started recording. So you guys are seeing this live. This is real. This is today. This is May 11, 2016 at 4:48 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. No script, no nothing, just pure results. You're fucking up if you're not playing with this, but if not, that's just more money for the guys like Dustin and the other members of a part of camp. So we're out here, the community, and Dustin, I'll see you next week in the call. So if you have any other questions, make sure you write them down, or just put them in the support group, whatever, put it in the chat, but bring them to the call next week, and I can help you go through that as you create more campaigns. Because again, thinking long-term, as this is going to be a niche that you dominate, you're going to need, you know, a few campaigns that bring those kind of results. So that way you can create a promotional calendar, span it out over the course of a year. So that way your money's easy. It's just one process that you're bringing them through. You're not reinventing the wheel the whole time.
All right, Billy Jean, I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, brother, man. Hey, that's all you, though. As much as I'd love to take credit for that success, my man took action. He's in the classes. Here's something that you did, Dustin, and that's why I was happy it was you, is at the end of calls, I'll say, hey, does anybody want to jump on the mic? Does anybody have questions? Dustin was always jumping on the mic. You know, but hey, that's what closed mouths don't get fed. He's out here. He's utilizing his resources. He's really taking advantage. You're investing into yourself. And guys, girls, 6 weeks, $11,000. You can't make that shit up. Well, you can, but we didn't. So awesome, Dustin. If you need anything else, we got you. I'm really happy and honored that you're joining our camp and a part of us, man. And I can't wait to see how you continue to progress. This is just the beginning. We're just getting started, baby.
Okay, Billy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, brother.
Later.